Chapter 46, Back O Betty.
Joe and Cross-Eyed Knife Warrior tuck their winnings away and make their way into the standing room only lounge. Miraculously, Joe spots 2 empty chairs at a table and quickly moves to claim them. What a coincidence! These 2 empty chairs just happen to be sat at Deani Dartmouth's private table. Realizing it's the 2 suckers from the dart room, Joe prods Knife Warrior to work his magic.
How's the tap water this evening, friends? Me and my partner here, we'd like to offer you 2 dart experts $1,000 for those 2 empty chairs right there.
Deani, still reeling from his first loss in years, defeatedly raises his head and shoots Joe and Knife Warrior a hateful look, his fancy darts still dangling from his bleeding ears.
Does this mean we're not friends? You know, Mr. Dart Thrower, if I thought we weren't friends, I just don't believe I couldn't bury you.
All right, Holiday. What do you say, fellas? We got a deal?
For the first time in Deani Dartmouth's life, he does not have one word to say. Just like Elvis, Deani and his buddy left the building, leaving Joe and Knife Warrior with their very own table.
You know, Gary, for a guy who can't see the TV screen, you sure watch a lot of movies.
I probably see more with my eyes closed than you see with yours open. It's better just to listen, see what I want to see that way. It makes you smarter.
Joe and Knife Warrior shrug and take a seat. The crowd thunders as the Russian River Band takes the stage, returning to the dive bar that once helped put them on the top of the country and western chart. Knife Warrior jumps up and down like he did when his parents gave him a Batman and Robin lunchbox with matching thermos last week. Not being a country and western fan, Disco Joe gives a moderate hand clap for the local band that has made it big. The Russian River Band bangs out a few rockabilly tunes. Knife Warrior can't control the kid inside as he kicks his shit kickers on the dance floor, knocking everybody he can't see on their caboose. Joe enjoys Knife Warrior's dance performance. He rocks himself back and forth on 2 legs of his wooden chair, keeping an eye out for Farrah and his brothers.
Bitch.
The steel guitarist glides his slide across the horizontal instrument, while the lead guitarist bends his strings in perfect time, kicking off a tear-jerking, romantic love song. The couples in the house cuddle on the dance floor. Knife Warrior returns to the table dripping in sweat and sniffing the air like a dog smelling a steak on the grill.
What do you say we stop holding our peckers long enough to hog-tie some of this sugar snatch I'm smelling? I like them about 2 biscuits shy of 200 pounds myself, Joe.
Which 2 do you want me to lasso, Tex?
Hell, can't see 'em anyways. Personally, I like 'em with their pants so tight if they fart, they blow their boots off. Make sure the shitter on the critter is nice and round, though. Oh, hell, just make sure they smell purty, Joe.
I wish it was that easy, buddy. Problem is, for one, you're ugly. And two, having sex in front of my old man makes an erection damn near impossible.
You think I'm ugly, Joe? My mom says I'm purty.
I thought you said your mom and dad are blind.
Like I said earlier, blind people see really good. Here, look at these pictures my mama took of me when I was growing up.
Knife Warrior removes his wallet and hands it to Joe. The plastic wallet insert full of photos unfolds as Joe takes hold. Joe examines the photos. He sees pictures of the sky, the ground, a bare wall, but no photos that include Knife Warrior.
Your mom took these photos of you, huh, buddy?
Yep, that woman sure knew how to use her Camry.
Joe feels he is better off sparing his best friend's feelings. He hands the wallet back.
Your mom is right. You sure are pretty, my friend.
Caddy corner from Joe and Knife Warrior sit two ladies, each sipping a tall, colorful, fruity drink from a long straw, laughing and engaging in friendly conversation. Joe has always wanted someone to hold and cries himself to sleep every night just imagining it.
I'll tell you something. If I wasn't carrying my extra suitcase, I believe I've consumed enough gibber juice to ask the pretty little brunette sitting with the bubble butt blonde to marry me.
Well, if that don't light your fire, then your wood's wet. Let's shoot another shot of Munchin' Muffin and get on with it, Joe.
Hold on, Hercules. I'd about venture to say them pretty little hens have husbands gallivanting around here somewhere. You've already stapled one man to the floor and hustled two locals out of a couple grand. Approaching another man's wife just might bring cold steel to the back of our heads. Jerk up the emergency brake, will ya?
Well, if she's shucking someone else's corn, ain't my fault, Joe.
Meanwhile, the two ladies have had Joe and Knife Warrior on their radar as well. Blondie is in heat and ready to do the nasty.
Did you see muscle-bound, snakeskin gladiator cutting the rug? I'll bet once that cross-eyed clitty licker gets his tongue churning, I'll really be glad he ate her.
The two girls giggle like teenagers. Brunette lady crosses her eyes and bites her tongue, making fun of Knife Warrior.
Yeah, he's got the bod, but he might play hell figuring out which hole to stick it in.
That was a good one. Hell, I can't see what's behind me anyway, honey. I'd loan silly eyes my backhoe for a couple hours of digging, that's for sure.
You're still the same old slut I remember you as. Damn, it's so good to see you after all these years. The guy with your Goliath of a man looks awfully familiar, though. Not to mention, I believe he's hiding up. I do him sunny side up, and I'm only half the whore you are.
Half the whore, huh? Well, that still makes you 50% hussy. Besides, at least I'm still a virgin.
You're about as virgin as a little old lady who lived in a shoe.
No, really, you can ask anyone I've slept with.
Anyone you slept with? That would be everyone we know.
I really am a virgin. I even got the tattoo to prove it. Nobody's laying pipe in this girl's trench until they put a ringer on her finger. I'm not a tractor, for fuck's sake. That's why they call me Backhoe Betty. I got the perfect spot for them to dump their load.
You're serious? Your vagina has never been open for business? Not even once?
Yes and no. Yes, I'm serious as a broken heart, honey. And no, not even once. And I'll bet I've had a whole lot more orgasms than you boring missionary girls.
Well, aren't you just the vestal virgin? My back door stays locked. Hell, I need to explore. I haven't gotten off in years.
Brunette lady spreads her legs and bows her head toward her crotch.
Did you hear that, ladies? Slide open the deadbolt and send out invitations. There's gonna be a hoedown.
The Russian River Band rocked a few Bring the House Down country sounds before slowing the tempo for the tune everyone has been waiting for, Slow Speed Chase. The couples packed the dance floor, leaving the two ladies in open lane to approach their prize eggs. Blondie puts on her cheesy charm for Knife Warrior.
Excuse me? You look lost. Point your arrow towards my back door and I'll show you the way. Come on, sweetie. Let's dance.
Knife Warrior's usual keen senses fail him, leaving him clueless to Blondie's advances. Joe gives him a swift kick under the table.
Hey, Sugar Snatch is knocking, hoss.
Tough Guy's legs nervously weaken once he acknowledges Blondie is addressing him. Truth is, Knife Warrior's unfortunate appearance only attracts ladies he pulls his wallet for. Blondie offers her hand.
Hi, I'm Betty.
Gary, Indiana, ma'am. Nice to meet you.
Ain't that where Michael Jackson's from?
Janet Jackson, too.
I live in a town so small, once had a parade and there was nobody left to watch.
Knife Warrior and Betty laugh and head to dance. Joe sweeps his eyes across the pretty brunette lady before him.
Your friend has quite a gift. Can you top her line? Please, go ahead. Give it a try.
Brunette lady's heart leaps from her chest.
Damn, it is you.
If that's the best you got, I'll surrender.
I'm not surprised you don't recognize me. Let's not waste my favorite song talking.
Brunette lady offers Joe her hand.
I don't dance.
How's come?
Don't know how?
I'll teach you.
She grabs Joe's hand. The two hit the dance floor. Joe places his arms around her shoulders. She gently moves Joe's hands to her waist. Their eyes gleam as if they were saying wedding vows.
Was your line for real? Do you know who I am?
Many years ago, I promised you a favor for taking me across the border. Joseph Nathaniel.
The memories of a scared young girl silently pleading with him in his rearview mirror come flooding back. Joe finally realizes that the pretty little brunette lady he is dancing with is the injured stowaway from so long ago. Cupid empties his bow. They seal their newfound relationship with Joe's very first kiss. Joe is so smitten by her that he is unaware Farah and his two brothers are sitting at a table just off the dance floor. Slow speed chase ends. Joe and brunette lady continue dancing without music. Farah is having an enjoyable night out with her sons Jack and Jerry and daughter-in-law Sandy. Farah spots a somewhat familiar figure on the dance floor.
Oh my goodness. Is that Joe?
Where? I'll kill the son of a bitch right here.
Yep, that's him. Let's go, Jerry. My night's officially ruined. Ain't no way I'm breathing the same air as that SOB.
Sandy detests being in the same room with Joe Turner.
Jerry, I said let's go.
She and Jerry furiously leave Jack and Farah sitting at the table.
How about you, Mom? Do you want to leave?
I don't get it. Why the hate towards Joe? He didn't knife Jerry. And he saved your life, Jack. Can I please just take a minute to look at the son I've longed to see? To talk to spend time with? Please, Jack.
Mom, go talk to Joe if you like. But remember, he's not like us, Mom.
I know. I don't want to interfere with his evening. I prefer to just look at him, if that's okay.
Joe, Knife Warrior, and their two lady friends take their seats to enjoy one of Joe's favorite entertainers, Anthony Reno and the Big Bastard Band. Tony Reno, a native of 7 Mile, makes his triumphant return to the hometown bar where he once honed his craft as a lounge singer. His band lights up the stage wearing bright, colorful tuxedos that sparkle from the parkan lights.
Good evening, all my old demon friends from the past. It's been many moons since the Big Bastard Band and I have trod on 7 miles unholy ground. So get your hands in the air, let's see. Now, come on, come on. Howl at the moon for me one good time, devils. All right. Fasten your coffin lid, because here we go. I got a true story for y'all this evening. I was walking down the streets of 7 Mile today, and a cute little demon recognized me. She said, "Excuse me, but aren't you the fabulous, famous Anthony Reno?" I said, "Well, yes, I am." She pulls out her little razor-sharp penknife and asks, "Mr. Reno, can I have your autograph?" "Anything for a fine-looking fan like you, my lady from the grave." We sliced our fingers and joined our blood. She invited me back to her place. We shared a nice bottle of bubbly and a bit later mixed some of our finest body fluids. if you know what I mean. Can you feel it? I mean, lust is in the air. Let's get it going here now. Woo! So come on, all you big strapping studs. Put your dicks on. We've got us some business to attend to this evening. Don't we, ladies? Then she took those demon-filled eyes and looked me right straight in my heart and said, Mr. Fabulous Famous Anthony Reno, you're gonna die tonight, and there ain't one thing you can do about it. Then she said with her evil laugh, I'll see you in hell.